I've scaled an Etsy and print-on-demand business to earning over 6 figures in revenue in less than a year, earning me over $30,000 in profit. A little bit about me, I am a licensed cosmetologist by trade. With that, I have no design background whatsoever. Everything that has made me successful with the print-on-demand business model are things that I've learned online through my own research. This business is a learned skill that I believe anyone can do. It is possible, and that is my goal here on my channel to show you how. My name is Taylor, and my channel is focused on all things Etsy and print-on-demand. If those are two things that interest you, I'd love to have you introduce yourself in the comments and boop the subscribe button for more videos like this. Here on my channel, I share my journey with Etsy and print-on-demand, as well as create content surrounding the tips and tricks I've learned along the way. This video is part 3 of a 3-part series here on my channel. In part 1, we discussed the foundations of print-on-demand and everything that you need to know to set up your Etsy shop and Printify account. In part 2, we deep dove into SEO and how to optimize your listings for search results. And here in part 3, we are going to take our deep dive into design. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, I will have those linked in the description. Each video correlates to my free Kickstart mini courses. These 3 mini courses take the content of each video to the next level and are just a free resource I wanted to provide you to ultimately get you kickstarted into the print-on-demand world, teaching you everything that I know that has helped me scale my business. And everything that I wanted to share with you, I could not simply fit in these videos. They would be way too long. So I wanted to extend some of this information a little bit more in depth, and I do that in those free mini courses. When I first began, I knew design was my weakness. So I made it a point to learn as much as I could and really just continue practicing. You may be thinking, well, I'm not creative. I don't know what looks good. I don't know where to start. And I had those thoughts too. But with time, I learned that designing and creativity is like a muscle. The more that you exercise that muscle, the stronger it gets. I promise you, we all start somewhere. So let's simplify design for you and condense all of the tips that I've learned in the last year. We're gonna start by going back to the basics and think about color theory. Yes, this is a color wheel. A common mistake that I see in designs is the use of colors that are not complementary to each other. Complementary colors in the color wheel are colors that are directly across from one another. There are also this word, I am not even gonna try to pronounce this. These are colors that sit next to each other on the color wheel, and these often combined make more of a harmonious effect when used together. Another color strategy could be looking at monochromatic colors. This is when you use various shades of a color of the same hue to create a design. Utilizing one of these strategies can be helpful in deciding a color palette for your design or even your shop branding. Another way to find colors that look really great together is to go onto Pinterest and just search color palettes. You're gonna wanna look for hex codes for the colors, or a quick way to grab these colors when you don't know the hex code. I use Kittl, and here you can use the dropper feature to select the color and bring it to your design. This is my favorite thing ever. I simply just take a screenshot of the color palette and just bring that into Kittl. This makes it so easy. How many colors should you include in a design? I recommend no more than 3. This isn't like a hard locked in rule, but I notice when I see designs that include more than that, they tend to be a bit too busy and overstimulating to the eye. Less is more. When creating designs with color, it's also important to consider the product color that you are offering it on. If your design features multiple colors, it may be best to offer it on neutral color products that are white, black, grays, or more natural colors, as opposed to really specific color products that may not showcase your design in the best way. Color can come into your designs through your graphics and your text, and there are a few design styles I want to share with you that I found to be the most successful in creating a bestseller. The first design style is text-only designs. These are my favorite. These sell really well, and often I find that many bestsellers on Etsy are just simple text-only designs. Usually with these, you will still want to create what I call a statement phrase. These are phrases that evoke an emotion. They make someone laugh, smile, feel sentimental, feel proud. Here's a great example. Being a functional adult every day seems a bit excessive. Honestly, where is the lie? This is a bestseller though because it's simple and it evokes an emotion of humor and relatability. You can even use Kittl AI to help inspire some fun statement phrases related to your niche. As you can see here, I went in and chose food as my niche. You're able to select a mood and how many words you want your phrases to be as well. And check out this list. These turn out so good every time I use this. You can download them all as well, and it takes them over to a note for you to keep. As a reminder, always be sure to check any phrases that you're looking to sell for trademarks. I do go over how to check for trademarks for multiple product types in my SEO Kickstart free mini course, which is linked below. A few go-to layouts for text-only designs include left-aligned text. This is really easy to do. Back in Kittl here. Side note, super exciting news. I actually have a discount for you to try the Kittl Pro plan for free for 30 days. Be sure to check that out. But here I'm able to just click this left-aligned button and make some small adjustments to the size of my text for my final design. The font I'm using here is Babus New. Also, there is a rule in this video that you are not allowed to judge how I pronounce any font names. I just made that rule. Thank you. Another popular style is wavy repeated text. I like to use the flag text distortion to create this, and I find that bestsellers using this style generally repeat the text 3 to 5 times like this. I'm just clicking Command C to copy and Command V to paste because I'm on a Mac. If you're on a PC and just click Control C, Control V, you can do the same thing as well. My favorite font for this design style is Sunny Drop, and I also like to alter the text sometimes like this. I am removing the fill color and adding a border color and just thickening up that edge a little bit by sliding the border weight over. I think that this always adds a cool effect to a design like this. You could also do text over text. Specifically blocky fonts and cursive fonts tend to do really well together. With this, you would typically bring in color as well to separate the text. Here's a really pretty color combination. I like this peachy orangey color and more of a lighter hue, more of that monochromatic style that we discussed earlier. And I kind of envision this looking really great on a Pepper Comfort Colors brand shirt. And the fonts I'm using here are, again, Babus New for my blocky text and Brismate for my cursive font. I love how this adds the little hearts above the eye. I just think that is so adorable. Some of my other favorite go-to fonts in Kittl include Halmera, Sunship, Havana Script, Mogan, and Spicy Rice. But you could also upload your own fonts. I find tons of unique fonts on Creative Fabrica. Recently, I found this Farmhouse Pumpkin font and Twing King. I think this is supposed to be like a play on words, maybe like twinkling. I don't know, maybe. But these have become favorites of mine that I've enjoyed designing with. If you have a subscription to Creative Fabrica, you do get unlimited downloads. And if you don't, I have a link where you can get 10 downloads for free in the description as well. Here is where you would upload your fonts into Kittl, and you just click the upload next to the search bar in your fonts. And then this window will pop up where you can give a style name to the font. For example, I would consider this more of a script font, so I classified that here. And just testing it out, you can see that this font here, another super cute font with the hearts over the eyes, I love it. Overall, you just want to make sure that the fonts you are using are clear and legible. Remember that customers may be scrolling through Etsy on their phone, so you want to ask yourself, can someone read this phrase in my thumbnail image when it is super tiny on a phone screen? Another design style would be to include a graphic with your text or just graphics alone. Coming back to Creative Fabrica, this is where I find really great graphics to add into designs, but to keep you all in one space and not needing multiple subscriptions, there are tons of graphics that you can use in Kittl as well. And you can also use their integrated AI to create something really unique. I actually did that here. I made this pink sprinkled donut, which I thought turned out really cool. This was inspired by my son, who he loves a pink sprinkle donut. A few go-to layouts for designs with graphics. Really trendy right now is a graphic on the front pocket area for apparel and a back design. Just keep in mind when designing something like this, because it does feature a print on both sides for apparel, it does cost a little bit more, so you will want to adjust your pricing accordingly. And a tried and true that doesn't seem to be going out of style is a set of graphics. I see this best usually with 3 across the front like this, but I've also seen bestsellers that have a whole collage of graphics related to a specific niche, like this example here with the plants. This doodle style has really grown in popularity that I've noticed. Now, I've talked about the templates before, but I have to highlight them again, and I want to add that these templates and all of Kittl's graphics are extremely print-on-demand friendly. With Kittl's both licensing, they make this extremely easy with full print-on-demand usage rights for physical products. Now, you cannot use these templates for digital files, so you cannot download these and sell them as SVGs. But if you are a print-on-demand seller selling any physical product, you can use these templates as is. This also stands for any of the fonts, graphics, elements that you see within Kittl. All of these can be utilized commercially, and you can even use any of their graphics and elements as standalone images, meaning you can place one graphic in your design, place that design on your product, and sell it as is, which isn't typically common amongst other softwares where you do have to combine multiple graphics or elements in order for it to be used commercially. So relating back to part 2 in this series, we came up with SEO targeting the male teacher niche, specifically for a coffee mug. And I wanted to utilize Kittl's templates, so I found this one and felt like it was perfect. Honestly, I could have left it as is, but I was playing around with the AI quotes in Kittl and generated some quotes for the male teacher niche and found this one, fueled by coffee, driven by kids, which I thought was funny, and so I created this design here. I personally like to use templates as inspiration generally and then make my adjustments to make it my own, but I really love how this turned out. Now I'm just adding this to a mock-up. I love using the mug mock-ups specifically because, as you can see here, it adjusts the design to fit to the shape of the mug and really mimic what it will actually look like. If you've made it this far in the video, you are committed to growing and scaling your Etsy and print-on-demand business, and I applaud you for that. It is work, it does take time, but you can do it, and your dedication to getting to this point is what will set you apart from the rest. Don't forget, I do have a discount code for you for 30 days free of the Kittl Pro plan, and I also just released Design Kickstart, which is the final mini course of the series. These are completely free mini courses, and I've loved hearing your comments about them. You've been so kind and given really great feedback, so thank you, thank you, thank you. You can show me you found value in this video by booping the like button and comment the word Kickstart down below so I know you made it to this point in the video. As a reminder, all links will be in the description for all tools mentioned in this video. When you use these links, you support me as a creator with no added cost to you. As always, I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next one.